And welcome to STLSportsPage.com. This is Rob Rains. We're going to have our preview of Game 2 of the National League Division Series down in Atlanta coming up here later on Friday afternoon. Obviously, a big win for the Cardinals in Game 1, 7-6. They hold on in the bottom of the ninth inning to beat the Braves in Game 1 of the Division Series. It'll be Jack Flaherty going up against Mike Foltynewicz today in the second game down at SunTrust Park. Now, a couple things I wanted to mention about Game 1 before we get to the lineups for Game 2. I think people who read the preview that we had before the series began of the 5 keys that I picked out for the series probably got as much of a kick out of watching Game 1 while we're paying attention to those keys as I did. Maybe not, but I got a kick out of it anyway. First key, obviously, win Game 1. And obviously that was important to the start of the series. Teams winning the Game 1 of a division series on the road have gone on to win 32 out of 45 series. 45 times that has happened. That's a winning percentage of about 71%. So I think even without Jack Flaherty on the mound today, winning Game 1, obviously very important for the Cardinals. Second thing that I thought the Cardinals needed to do to win this series was keep it clean. That didn't happen. They made 2 errors in the game. Had the back-to-back walks from Michaelis to start the ball game in the first inning. Then had Wong thrown out at the plate in a key moment in the 8th inning. So they've got to avoid those mistakes, I think, today if they want to be fortunate enough to get back to St. Louis with a 2-0 lead in this series. Same thing with point number 3, which was avoid middle relievers. Took the Cardinals 5 relievers to get 8 outs between the 6th and the 8th inning. And I think especially with Flaherty on the mound, you're hoping to go deeper into the game today and not have to worry about some of those middle relievers. Andrew Miller struggled again, I think, in his first outing. He hit the first guy he faced. He did get a line drive that the Cardinals were able to turn into a double play, but not sure what would happen in that inning if they'd not been able to turn that double play. And then the last one, of course, get a hit with a runner on third base. Cardinals got a run without a hit with a runner on third early on in the game on a ground ball out by Dexter Fowler, but still struggled in that department. Didn't have a hit with the runners in scoring position until they get to the 8th inning and wind up the game 3 of 13 with runners in scoring position. So hopefully all those things will turn out to be more in the Cardinals' favor today. But as I say, at least they got the biggest point of the 5 keys, which is winning that first game on the road. Taking a quick look at the lineups before the game begins. Cardinals going with the exact same 8 position players as they had yesterday. The only switch in the lineup is that Colton Wong and Paul DeJong are flip-flopping in the batting order between the 6th and 7th spots. So it'll be Fowler leading off, Edman playing third, hitting second. Goldschmidt, of course, at first base, hitting third. Ozuna, big hit in the 9th inning yesterday. He's in left field hitting cleanup. Yadier Molina catching, hitting 5th. Colton Wong moves up to 6th in the order. Paul DeJong at 7th, playing shortstop. Bader's back in the lineup in center field, hitting 8th. And Jack Flaherty, the 0.91 ERA after the All-Star break, will be on the mound making his postseason debut. Braves going with the exact same 8 players in the exact same order as they had for Game 1. The Acuna leading off in center field. Albies at second base, hitting second. Freddie Freeman hitting third, playing first base. Josh Donaldson's at third, hitting cleanup. Nick Markakis is starting out in left field, hitting 5th. Matt Joyce is in right field, hitting 6th. Brian McCann catching, hitting 7th. Danby Swanson is the shortstop, hitting 8th. And Mike Foltynewicz, the right-hander, on the mound. We'll have all the post-game reaction covered for you here on STLSportsPage.com. This is Rob Rains reporting.